What if I told you that the pain, the struggle, the aging, the sickness you've been battling are not the end of your story, but the very things God is using to forge you into something stronger, something more beautiful, something immortal. Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will change everything. If you're watching this right now, understand that it is no accident. God has led you here because a powerful shift is taking place in your life. You may have felt weak, sick, and burdened by the passage of time. Your body, once strong, may now feel fragile. And the world may have looked at you with pity, mocking your aging and your struggles. But I'm here to tell you that God has decided this is not the end of your story. You are no longer sick. The transformation is happening right now, from weakness to strength, from sickness to health, from aging to youthfulness. God has chosen you for a divine change. The world may have written you off, thinking that your body's limitations define you. But God is about to prove them wrong. They may have laughed at your appearance, your energy, your health. They thought you were too old, too sick, too broken to be valuable. But now, God is stepping in, and everything is about to change. From the very depths of your weakness, you will rise to new power. You are chosen, and God has decided that now is your time. Get ready for your transformation, from sickness to health, from weakness to strength, from old to new. You are about to experience a power, a beauty, and a youthfulness that will blow their minds. God's favor is on you, and His divine plan for your life is unfolding right now. But before we dive into this life-changing message, I need you to do 3 things: hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 50,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this transformation you're about to experience. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you'll stay with me until the end because deep down, you already know this message is meant for you. God sees you in your weakness, in your aging, in your struggle, and He knows the pain you carry. The world may see your age, your sickness, or your frailty. But God sees you with eyes of compassion, love, and hope. Yes, you may feel less valuable as time passes, and it may feel like the years have taken away the strength you once had. But hear this clearly: God has decided to change everything. He has chosen you, not for what you were, but for what you are about to become. This is not the end of your journey, it's the beginning of a powerful transformation that only God can bring. The world may have written you off. They may see you as someone who is aging, whose health is failing, whose appearance no longer commands attention. They may mock you, laugh at you, and treat you like you're no longer valuable. Even those closest to you may have questioned your strength, dismissed your worth, and believed the lies about your condition. But know this: God is about to silence every voice that has spoken against you. He has chosen you to demonstrate His power and His love in ways that will astound even those who have mocked you. God's love for you is unshakable, and His plan for you is irreversible. He has already declared that the sickness, the weakness, and the age that others have used to define you will no longer hold any power. What once made you feel less than, what others thought was your end, is now the stage for a miraculous new beginning. You are no longer what the world says you are. You are chosen, beloved, and ready for the transformation that only God can bring. God knows you're growing older. He knows that your body may not have the same strength it once did. You don't have the energy you had when you were young, and sometimes it feels like you're simply running out of time. People may look at you and see your age and health, and perhaps even judge you for it. The world may think that your best days are behind you, that your youth, beauty, and strength have been lost to the sands of time. But God sees something completely different. He sees your future, and He has already made a decision to restore you to something greater than you've ever known. Your transformation will be more than just physical, it will be a radical renewal of your entire being. What once seemed like an inevitable decline is about to become the beginning of an incredible rise. God will renew your youth, restore your health, and refresh your spirit in a way that will blow your mind. You will have strength where you once felt weakness, beauty where you once felt old, and a vibrant energy that will make others wonder what happened. The very things that others thought were gone for good will return, but even stronger, even more beautiful, even more powerful than before. People will look at you, and they won't recognize you. The youthful vitality that once seemed out of reach will be yours again. And it won't just be physical, it will be a new confidence, a new peace, and a renewed sense of purpose. Your transformation will be so profound that it will leave everyone who mocked you in shock. What they thought was the end of your story will be revealed as just the beginning of the new chapter that God is writing in your life. God knows exactly what you've been going through. He sees the signs of aging on your body, the weakness that makes every movement harder than it used to be. He knows that your once youthful energy has been replaced with fatigue and that the things you could do effortlessly are now difficult. He understands the emotional toll it takes to feel like you're becoming invisible, unimportant, or even a burden to those around you. But God wants you to know that this is not the end of your story. The trials you are facing now, whether they be health issues, aging, or mockery from others, are not your destiny. It's easy to feel like aging means fading into the background or that illness or weakness diminishes your value. But God is not looking at you with the eyes of the world. He sees beyond the surface, beyond the years, beyond the sickness. He sees the heart He created, the potential He placed inside you, and He knows exactly what He's going to do next. Your current struggles are simply a moment in time. God has declared that they are temporary, and His plan for your life is one of renewal, strength, and vitality. So, don't let the aging process or your current health issues define you. Don't let the mocking words of others, whether from strangers or even family, make you feel less than. God's plan for you is far greater than any diagnosis or age. What you are going through right now is just a short season, and God is about to show you the beauty of His promises fulfilled. Your best days are ahead of you, and He will prove it to the world. The world loves to judge by appearances, and it's often the elderly and the sick who are looked down upon the most. You've probably felt the sting of mockery or the weight of being disregarded because of your age or your health. People may see you and think, they're just too old, or they're too weak to do anything now. It's painful to face the judgment of others, especially when those opinions are based on nothing more than a glance at your outward condition. But God sees you differently, and His opinion is the only one that truly matters. The mockers may think your body is a sign of weakness, that your aging makes you irrelevant. They may laugh at your appearance or disregard your worth because they believe the lie that beauty and strength are fleeting and that once you lose them, you lose everything. But God is about to turn this perception upside down. He's going to prove them wrong in the most magnificent way possible. The God who created the heavens and the earth will shut the mouths of those who have spoken against you, and He will show them just how precious and powerful you truly are in His sight. When God steps in, the mockers will fall silent. The very things they laughed at you for, your sickness, your aging, your appearance, will become the testimony of God's miraculous love and power. They will witness a transformation so stunning, so unbelievable, that they will be left in awe. What they thought was your weakness will become a testament to God's strength in you. Perhaps you've had people laugh at you for your appearance or mock you for your health struggles. They may not realize the pain behind their words, the sting of feeling judged and unimportant. But God sees every tear, every frustration, every moment you felt diminished by others. Even your own family may have questioned your health or spoken as though you're a burden rather than a blessing. They may have believed the lie that you're too sick or too old to be valuable. But God is about to prove them all wrong. You are not defined by what others think of you, and certainly not by how they perceive your body. Their words may cut deep, but remember that they are temporary, while God's plan for you is eternal. You may have felt disrespected or dismissed because of your weakness or aging. But now, God is about to give you strength that they will never see coming. He's about to make you younger, stronger, and more beautiful than you ever imagined. This transformation won't just be physical, it will be a total renewal that will leave others speechless. God will take your weakness and turn it into an undeniable display of His power. So, don't let the laughter or the mockery of others affect you. Their opinions are fleeting, but the transformation that God is about to bring into your life will be permanent. Your renewed strength, health, and beauty will speak for themselves. And when it's all said and done, it will be God's voice that silences every mocker, every critic, and every doubter. The sickness that you are enduring, whether it's physical illness, emotional strain, or mental fatigue, may feel like a constant weight, an unshakable burden. It's easy to feel as though it defines you, that your condition is your fate. But I want to tell you something incredibly important: this sickness is a temporary test. God knows what you're facing, and He has already declared that this season of suffering will come to an end. You are not meant to stay in this place of sickness forever. Your destiny is not tied to this moment of hardship. When we go through sickness, it often feels like it's consuming every part of us. Our body becomes a reminder of what's broken, and it can be hard to see past the pain. But God is saying today, this is not your end. It's a test that you are going to overcome. You may have felt weak, helpless, or forgotten, but know that in this very moment, God is strengthening you. His power is working behind the scenes, preparing you for the incredible renewal that is coming. Sickness is just a chapter in your story, not the conclusion. You are going to rise from this season with strength, health, and beauty that will astound those who thought you were finished. This is your breakthrough. Your healing is on the horizon. What the enemy intended for harm, God is going to use for your good. The sickness, the pain, the weakness you've been enduring will soon be a distant memory. You will look back and marvel at how far God has brought you. Your future is filled with vitality, strength, and health. And God is already working to bring you into that new reality. When God makes a decision, nothing can stand in His way. The Creator of the universe has decided that it's time for you to be renewed, body, mind, and spirit. His decision is final, and His power is unstoppable. It doesn't matter what the world has said about you, what your circumstances have shown, or even what you've believed about yourself. When God chooses to transform your life, nothing can prevent it. This decision to renew you is not based on your strength or your worthiness. It's based solely on God's infinite love for you. He has seen your struggle, your pain, your doubts, and He has chosen to act. He's chosen to make you stronger, more beautiful, and more powerful than you've ever been before. His love will erase the shame, the ridicule, and the limitations that others have placed on you. His power will transform you in a way that no one can deny, not even those who have mocked you. You are about to experience a shift in your life that will leave you in awe. God's power is about to explode in your life in ways that will surprise and astonish you. Your body will be renewed, your mind sharpened, and your spirit will soar. And the world will witness it. Those who once thought you were weak, sick, and helpless will be forced to admit that God's power is real and that His love for you is undeniable. God is not just going to change your body, He's going to transform every part of you. The weakness you've been feeling, the fatigue that has held you back, God is about to turn it into strength. What seemed impossible will become easy for you. Your body will regain energy, vitality, and a youthful vigor that you haven't known in years. The moment of transformation has come. No more will you feel the heavy burden of weakness that has held you captive. The strength that once seemed beyond your reach is now yours to claim. God's power is going to infuse every cell of your body with new life, restoring your strength and vitality in a way that will surprise even you. You will begin to move with a renewed sense of purpose, energy, and joy. And you will feel like you've been given a new lease on life. And as God strengthens you physically, He will also strengthen you spiritually. You will be able to do things you never thought possible, both for yourself and for those around you. Your transformation will not just be seen, it will be felt. People will notice the change in your demeanor, in your health, in your energy, and in your spirit. You will become a living testimony of God's incredible power to transform, heal, and restore. Those who have mocked you, those who have laughed at your struggles, will be left speechless when they see the mighty transformation that God is bringing into your life. God will silence every voice that has spoken against you, and his love will become the loudest and most undeniable truth. The world may have said you were too old, too weak, or too sick to be valuable. They may have treated you with disrespect, disregarding your worth because of your appearance or condition. But God is about to prove them all wrong. When God works in your life, He does it in such a way that no one can deny His power. Your transformation will be so remarkable that even those who have ridiculed you will be forced to acknowledge that God is at work. The world may have overlooked you, but God has always seen you. And His love for you is about to be made manifest in ways that will leave no room for doubt. Your healing, your strength, and your beauty will speak for themselves. God's power is going to shut the mouths of the mockers, and He will raise you up as a living testimony of His love. He will show them that the one they mocked is now the one they will admire and respect. Your transformation will be a testament to God's greatness, and His love for you will silence every voice of criticism or doubt. God has promised that He will restore your youth, renew your strength, and make you beautiful again. The world may have taught you that aging is something to fear, something to be ashamed of. But God says differently. He will turn the effects of aging into a testimony of His power. Where you once felt weary, He will fill you with energy. Where you once felt old, He will bring new life and vitality. What was once fading will now be renewed by His mighty hand. Aging does not have to mean decline. In God's economy, aging is just a transition, and He will use every year to bring you closer to the person you are meant to be. Your body, mind, and spirit will be renewed. And you will experience a vitality and youthfulness that will amaze everyone around you. God's promise to you is that you will not grow weaker as you age, you will grow stronger. When God renews your youth, it's not just about physical appearance, it's about the renewed energy, purpose, and passion that will come with it. You will have the strength to live a full and vibrant life. And others will see your transformation as a testament to God's faithfulness. God is not just interested in restoring you to your former self, He's about to make you more than you ever were before. You may have once looked in the mirror and seen the signs of aging, the marks of sickness, or the exhaustion of life. But now, God is turning that image upside down. You will go from feeling weak, old, or sick to feeling beautiful, powerful, and full of life. Your transformation will be a complete renewal. The beauty that was once hidden under the weight of illness and aging will shine through with a radiance that comes from God alone. Your skin, your smile, your energy, everything will reflect the glory of the one who has restored you. What once seemed like a fading beauty will now glow with a strength and vitality that will astonish everyone around you. You won't just look better, you will feel better, stronger, and more vibrant than you ever thought possible. Your body will become a testimony of God's goodness. What the world once called ugly or weak will become the very thing that demonstrates God's ability to make all things new. From sickness to health, from weakness to strength, from old to new, you will reflect the beauty and power of God's love. People will see the incredible change in you and know that something supernatural has taken place. And you'll be able to say, "This is the work of God, and it's all because of His love for me." The world will not believe their eyes when they see what God is about to do in your life. You've been underestimated, overlooked, and perhaps even dismissed. People have seen you struggle, watched you suffer, and assumed that your best days were behind you. But God is about to blow their minds. He's about to show them a version of you that they never expected, stronger, more beautiful, and more powerful than they could have ever imagined. God's power will be so evident in your life that people will be left in awe. The strength and beauty that will radiate from you will be undeniable, and the transformation will leave everyone who doubted you stunned. Those who mocked your health, your appearance, or your age will no longer have anything to say. They will witness firsthand the miraculous power of God in your life, and they will have no choice but to admit that only God could do something this incredible. The power that God will bestow on you will be unexpected, so much so that even you might be amazed. You may have believed that you were too old, too weak, or too sick for a true transformation. But God is about to show you that He specializes in turning the impossible into reality. The same God who parted the Red Sea, who healed the sick, and who raised the dead is the same God who is at work in you right now. Prepare for the kind of power that will leave the world shocked and in awe of God's greatness. God's transformation in your life is not just about what you can see on the outside. He is renewing every part of you, body, mind, and spirit. Your mind will be sharpened, your thoughts will become clearer, and your focus will be stronger than ever before. As He restores your physical health, He will also restore your mental clarity and emotional well-being. If you've been struggling with mental fatigue, confusion, or negative thinking, God is going to replace that with a sound mind. You will experience peace and clarity in a way you haven't in years. Your thoughts will be aligned with God's truth, and you will begin to think more positively, more confidently, and more purposefully. Your mind will become a powerful instrument that helps you live the life God has planned for you. As God renews your body, He will also renew your spirit. The joy, peace, and love that will fill your heart will overflow into every area of your life. You will no longer be defined by your struggles or your past experiences. Instead, you will be defined by the grace and power of God that is at work in you, renewing every part of your being. The time is coming when every voice that has spoken against you will be silenced. Those who mocked your appearance, your health, and your age will watch in disbelief as God brings about a transformation that they never thought possible. They will see you rise from weakness to strength, from sickness to health, from old to young. And they will be forced to acknowledge the power of God in your life. Your transformation will not only change your life, but it will also change the lives of those around you. When people witness what God has done in your life, they will have no choice but to recognize His power. What the world once wrote off as a hopeless case will now be a shining example of God's grace, mercy, and love. And the voices that once laughed at you will now be quieted in the face of the miracle unfolding in front of them. When God moves in your life, no one can deny it. Your transformation will speak louder than words, and the mockers will be silenced forever. They will witness the power of God and the incredible love He has for you. And they will no longer be able to mock or criticize what God has done. The transformation you are about to experience is not just a change in your physical appearance or health, it's the proof of God's love for you, the evidence of His power to bring about miracles in your life. What was once considered impossible will become your new reality. God is going to prove that no one is beyond His reach, no one is too old, too sick, or too weak for His love and healing. This transformation will be so remarkable that you will look back and realize that only God could have brought about what you once thought was a hopeless situation will now be the greatest testimony of God's faithfulness in your life. You will walk in strength, beauty, and vitality, and every step you take will reflect God's incredible love for you. As you experience this miraculous change, remember that it is all because of God's love. He has decided to make you new, and His love is the driving force behind every part of this transformation. Your life is about to become a living proof of how much God loves you and how His power can completely change everything. Sometimes it feels like the world is against you. You've faced one setback after another, and it can be hard to believe that there's a brighter future ahead. The challenges you've encountered might have left you feeling defeated, like you're stuck in a cycle of disappointments. But what if I told you that those very setbacks are the setup for something greater than you've ever imagined? God is taking everything that has tried to hold you back and using it as the foundation for your elevation. Each disappointment you faced, each trial you've endured, is being transformed into a stepping stone toward your breakthrough. What the enemy intended to destroy you with is the very thing God will use to build you up. God specializes in turning our setbacks into setups, preparing us for the blessings that are waiting just around the corner. He has a purpose for every challenge you've faced, and He will make sure that it works together for your good. So, don't let past struggles discourage you. Let them fuel your faith in the transformation that is about to take place. You may have thought that your struggles were pointless or that you were being punished for something. But God is using every moment of pain, every moment of heartache, to prepare you for the fullness of His blessing. When He elevates you, it won't just be a small step forward, it will be a giant leap into a future that is brighter, stronger, and more fulfilling than you ever dreamed. Your setbacks are not the end of your story, they're the beginning of your greatest chapter yet. As you embrace this new season, trust that God's hand is in every part of your journey. He is taking what was meant for harm and turning it into something that will blow your mind. The challenges you faced will soon fade into the background, and you'll stand tall, stronger and more powerful than ever before, a living testament to God's ability to turn things around. Have you ever felt like everything you've worked for is being torn apart? Perhaps life has handed you one difficult situation after another, and it seems like there's no escape. You might wonder how anything good could come out of the pain and heartache you've endured. But let me remind you of a powerful truth: what the enemy meant for harm, God will use for your good. God is not a God of defeat, He is a God of victory. And He will take every attack against you and turn it into a triumph. The enemy may have tried to steal your joy, your peace, and your hope, but God is about to restore it all. Every setback, every trial, and every disappointment will become a part of your testimony, proving that nothing can stop God's plan for your life. What was meant to break you will be the very thing that strengthens you. You may not understand why you've had to face the struggles you've encountered. But God sees the bigger picture. He knows the purpose behind every painful season, and He is using it to shape you into the person He created you to be. The enemy thought he could destroy you, but God is about to use what was meant to harm you to position you for greatness. So, hold on, because your greatest victory is coming. When God is involved, everything changes. He has the power to turn any situation around. And the very things the enemy tried to use against you will become the source of your greatest blessings. Trust in God's plan, for He is working behind the scenes to make sure you come out stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future that He has promised. It's easy to look at your circumstances and think they define who you are. If you're struggling with health issues, aging, or personal challenges, it might feel like these difficulties are who you are. But hear me clearly, you are not defined by your struggles but by God's love for you. His love is the truest definition of who you are, and it's what makes you valuable, important, and worthy of all His promises. No matter what you've been through, no matter how hard life has been, God's love is the constant truth that will never change. His love for you is not based on your success or your perfection, it's based on who He made you to be. You are His creation, His child, and His beloved. When you start to see yourself through the lens of God's love, you begin to understand that your struggles are temporary, but His love is eternal. God has not left you in your suffering. He is right there with you, walking beside you every step of the way. His love is the foundation for your healing, your restoration, and your transformation. You may have felt abandoned or forgotten, but God has never left your side. He is using every trial to draw you closer to Him, and His love is the force that will ultimately define your life. So, stop allowing your struggles to tell you who you are. Allow God's love to redefine you, to restore your worth, and to remind you that you are His precious child. No matter what you've been through, He sees you as beautiful, powerful, and destined for greatness. Often, when we think of transformation, we focus solely on the external. We want to see the change in our appearance, our health, or our circumstances. But true transformation begins on the inside. God is doing a deep work in you that will not only change your body but your heart, mind, and spirit. This is a complete renewal from the inside out. God is reshaping your mind and heart, aligning them with His perfect will for your life. He's removing the old thoughts, doubts, and fears that have held you back for so long and replacing them with His truth and peace. As He works inside of you, you will begin to see a change in how you view yourself, others, and the world around you. This renewal will not just be physical, it will be spiritual and emotional, transforming every part of your being. With this inner transformation, your confidence will soar. You'll begin to walk with purpose, knowing that you are loved, valued, and equipped for greatness. Your inner peace will shine through, and the strength you receive from God will be evident to everyone around you. What once seemed impossible will now be within reach because the transformation inside of you is unlocking doors that you never thought could open. So, allow God to continue His work within you. Trust that He is creating something beautiful in your heart and mind. The external changes will come, but first, God is working within you to make sure that you are ready for the new life He has in store. The transformation that starts within you will soon be visible to the world, and it will reflect His glory. Sometimes, pain is a difficult, yet necessary, part of the journey. Whether you're dealing with physical suffering, emotional pain, or the weight of life's challenges, it can feel overwhelming. But God wants you to know that this pain is not in vain. It's preparing you for the greater blessings He has in store for you. This is your moment. A moment of divine transformation, of stepping into the fullness of who God created you to be. Embrace the process, trust in His timing, and know that the pain you've endured is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of something beautiful, something powerful, something only God could orchestrate. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel that fire within you, then don't just watch, act. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message of hope and transformation. Let's create a community of believers, a family of chosen ones who are ready to rise above their circumstances and step into the incredible future God has planned. Share your thoughts, your struggles, your victories in the comments below. How is God working in your life? What are you believing for in this season of transformation? Until next time, remember your divine identity, embrace the power of God's love, and step boldly into the new life that awaits you.